Hello, my name is Lakia Brown, registered nurse, and this is my community assessment windshield driving video. So we're pulling off from my house right now. And as you can see from my house, I live in a single family house, backyard, garage, neighbors to left and to my right. We live behind a golf course. And that's just a little bit about the geography in my neighborhood. Okay. As I'm pointing at, you can start to film the things that I'm pointing at. These are some of the other houses. We live in a very narrow street. It's very residential. It's no businesses, strictly residential neighborhood. Up the block is a dead end. It's like a cul-de-sac. And we are going to start driving down New Street. And here we, again, you can see that it's very residential area. And just to preface, I live in a town of Greenburgh, which is a part of White Plains, New York, but it's actually its own town. It used to be one town and then they separated it a long time ago. Greenburgh comprises of Greenburgh Incorporated and Greenburgh Unincorporated. And I believe that my part is Greenburgh Unincorporated, and we have, we're also a part of the town of Fairview, that Fairview area. Greenburgh Unincorporated comprises Edgemont, Hartsdale, and I believe that's it, just Edgemont and Hartsdale. And so that's just a little bit about the geography. So now I'm going to continue. We're going straight, and you can see some of the industry in my neighborhood. And as you could see from the video, earlier video, there is a lot of, in the residential areas, lots of trees. You know, it's like a typical American suburb. There's some stores over there. There's Harbor Freight, Sprint, New Balance, Sherwin-Williams. So even though you get kind of a very residential feel from where my house is, you can also see that it's also conveniently lots of industry as well. And as you can see here on my side, more stores, PetSmart, Panera, Five Below, Kmart. This is a pretty big shopping area. A lot of people come here. I actually think I had a few coworkers that come from out of town to this shopping area. So it gets a lot of business. However, with the COVID crisis, there were lots of things closing, like Pier 1 Imports. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Next on our list is going to be education, and we can start by me showing you my daughter's school. She goes to Woodlands Middle High School. She's actually in the high school part now. It's actually one school for the middle school and the high school in this town. And then I believe we have three elementary schools. There's Richard Bailey. We'll see that one. The other two, I'm not exactly sure where they are. Are you filming? Make sure you can like see. Okay, and here is actually a medical facility, Springbrook Medical Professional Center. I believe there's doctor's offices, and also I believe there's a lab board there. Did you get it? And just a little more about industry. As you can see, this is another shopping area to my right, and there's grocery stores, restaurants, although again, because of the COVID crisis, one of the restaurants actually had to close. Here's a church on my left, veterinary center on my left. Here's actually a very popular restaurant, Benjamin Steakhouse. And as you can see, more residential areas, housing. Now, what's very interesting about this school section is, on my right, you'll see Maria Regina High School. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Great. And then on my left, it's kind of hard to see, but that's actually Solomon Schechter High School. And that's actually a Jewish high school. And
It's been renamed the LaFell High School.
Oh, it's been renamed the LaFell High School. Thank you very much, assistant. So, which is very interesting about it is that it's actually a Hebrew school, and Maria Regina is a Catholic school. I find it interesting is because we have such a wonderful blended culture here. Oh, another interesting fact about the schools is that earlier I mentioned there's Greenberg Incorporated and Greenberg Unincorporated. Technically, my daughter's school is in, I believe, Greenberg Unincorporated because it's technically in Hartsdale. But she, as a Greenberg resident, goes to the school.
This is also one of the elementary schools?
Yes. It's an early childhood program. We moved here about 3 years ago, so a lot of this became new for us. We were residents of White Plains before this, which is a town that's just 5 miles away from Greenberg. So, oh, look at the deer. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And here's my daughter's high school, which is also middle school as well. So, thank you very much for watching the video. I believe I've hit my time limit, so I'll stop here. But just letting you know that Greenberg, interestingly enough, doesn't actually have its own hospital. Our main hospital that we would go to would either be White Plains Hospital, which I mentioned earlier is like 5 miles away, or Westchester Medical Center, which would be almost about 10-minute drive away. So it feels almost like we have a slight lack of access to healthcare, but with all the towns so closely connected, we do have the ability to be able to obtain care when needed. Thank you very much again for watching the video. Take care.